Hi, my name's John Prescott. I was the Deputy Prime Minister to Prime Minister Blair. During that period in office, I had the honour of chairing our bicentenary legislation on the abolition of slavery, which occurred 200 years ago. I'm also proud to represent a constituency in which was the constituency of William Wilberforce, the city of Hull. So we're delighted to be associated with your conference today, which is the campaign What Do We Do Now to Improve the Circumstances of People who suffered from slavery and their relatives. That is an important issue, and I know you'll be discussing many aspects of that at conference. I'm rather delighted to hear about the heritage proposal, that you look at connecting places like Ghana, which I visited during the bicentenary year, and also in Barbados and the West Indies. I went to Jamaica as well. And there we made the connection of what can we do next? It's not just good enough to say, I remember that, wasn't it terrible? What can we do more about that? So this idea of a heritage internationally, because that's what slavery was, international, to recognize that places like Ghana, which is a wonderful country where many of them came from, and in the West Indies, over into America. And then that brings me to the very interesting situation of a connection with Senator Chris Dodd, as an old friend of mine who wrote to me and asked me to support in this situation. I remember going to Hartford where you're having the conference. I would have loved to have gone there and made that visit with Chris to the theatre as I did. Another comrade of a long time is Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro, who in fact wrote to me about this matter. Hello, Rosa, I'm sure you're there. If Chris is there, hi. It's that connection, isn't it, internationally? How can we get together? How can we lift ourselves above the idea that it was just about a terrible thing done about slavery and its modern day version? And by God, there's a lot of modern day versions. But can we give a bit more pride to it? Can we talk about the courage of people who fought against it, of how they've rebuilt their lives, the relatives that are still about with us, facing the modern form of slavery? So I'm delighted to be associated with that, and particularly with something which David Murden, who's been doing in Ghana, been there for 25 years. This isn't somebody who's just come along for a day's campaign. He has done 25 years. I've learned a lot from him. He has filmed it. He has campaigned for it. These are the kind of people we want now to make those changes. And to that extent, he gave me a film. And I saw, and I still have a picture in my mind, in an old prison hut of a prison village in Ghana, a young child, no more than 7 or 8, looking at an iPad that had been given to him. His eyes were alight. His thoughts were about something wonderful, something he could learn. And that's where it is, that burning light of knowledge, that desire to be treated equally, but to be given an opportunity. And I thought they're the sort of things that we should be doing. That's what Wilberforce would have been campaigning for today. Now we've got David Murden with others saying, here's a lot of villagers in Ghana in a route that was a slave route. I've given them an opportunity to lift the opportunities, to be able to develop commercially, because that's what it's about today in our time. Yes, to remember the terrible things, but to remind you can do more to help those people who are living in far difficult circumstances. We can do more. I think your conference is making a wonderful contribution. Again, I'm sorry I'm not able to be with you, but I can only offer you my support, as I will with David. We'll get on with our project. And you know, wouldn't it be great if we could make a heritage international? So it combined Ghana, it combined the West Indies, it combined Britain, and it combined America. Now that's a real kind of commemoration. That's something to aim for, but at the same time, help them in their living circumstances to begin to develop as individuals in society. That's what we can do. That's what we should do. And that's what I commit myself to doing. Sorry not to be with you, but good luck with the conference.